Good. You're all accounted for. Now, I know y'all have probably heard stories, all kinds of nasty things about this place. I just want y'all to know they're 100% true. So, let's get acquainted, shall we? I'm gonna call your name. You raise your hand, or preferred appendage. Then you'll follow the yellow line to your individual cells. The line will change direction for each person. Make sure your stupid brains pay attention. Got it? Alright. Let's see here. Bruises McCaver. Alright. Sirius Longrock. Hearth Birmingham. Duke Heights. Tide Hausman. Miriar Gorgonthrall. Jen Civ. Ludo Bainar. Fort Beetlejuice. Huh? Ah, you hear that? That's a sound of progress. And with any luck, the last sound your kind will ever hear. Welcome to Planet Alcatraz, kiddies. You're home away from home.
Oh, you've finally woken up. Oh, I was starting to think that you weren't going to come back. No, I'm not Leah, I'm Vale. You do well not to forget that. Where are you? You're in the infirmary of the Hercules. You've been unconscious for the last week or so. No, don't get up. I have some things to tell you, and it's better that you remain seated. Trust me. There. So, what's the last thing you remember? An explosion? Ah, yes, the landlighter explosion. Yes, everyone was sucked out into space. You'd have died if I hadn't found the Black Sheffield so haphazardly parked in the main hangar. I found you and picked you up. I was going to bring you all back to the Hercules, but then I saw that it and the Macbeth had been probed by Trenforia's task force, the Creammongers. Must have been attracted here by some sort of high energy reading. Perhaps something to do with heartburn. Anyway, the long and short of it is they've taken everyone. Killed or captured all of them. The whole ship has been ransacked. They would have impounded the ship too if it wasn't for Kawndra. She's quite a capable fighter, and it seems she's learned a thing or two about flying the Hercules from Bainar. She cleared out the bridge and flew the Hercules into a nebula to hide from the sensor sweeps. I've managed to scrounge together the necessary parts to build the Hercules a makeshift stealth field, so we're in significantly less danger now, but we can't stay here forever. Where is everyone? Well, Kawndra is on the bridge and Yargwin is in his quarters. Who? Oh, I'm sorry, but when I was searching to pick everyone up, I couldn't find Calamos. I know he was close to you and everyone else on this crew, but I think even if he was still out there, he's most likely dead now. Mortalis as well, if that makes any difference. Yeah, this is quite the loss. I know this must be difficult for you. Hey, where are you going? You're not ready to get out of bed yet. You're going to see Yargwin? Wait, that's not a good idea right now. He's... I tried to warn you. I know. He looks terrible. I've, had to be on suicide watch for him. Removed all weapons and other sharp objects from the room. He hasn't moved from his bed, and he's barely eaten anything. He hasn't said a word since he woke up. That was around the beginning of the week. I'll leave you two alone. Maybe you can get something out of him. I'm going to the bridge to discuss our next plan of action with Kawndra. Join us when you can. It's gone. It's so gone. There was magic, but it's gone. It's all dried up. I can't feel it anymore. I don't deserve to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I failed you. And I don't think I can go on. It's too much. It's just too much. Go. They'll get you somewhere safe. I need to be alone.
Thunderhive? We can't go there! Aside from the fact that it's on the other side of the galaxy, I'll be hated there. Your last leader had my people all killed. I can only imagine what the people under him think.
We don't have much choice. Would you prefer we go to Hercules? I'm sure the Transavulons can think of better uses for each of us.
Of course not! We'll go to Alcatraz and rescue Baynor and the others. After that, Concordia.
In case you weren't aware, Alcatraz is the most heavily guarded prison planet in the whole galaxy, and Concordia is in Transavulon territory now. It would only be a matter of time before we were turned in.
You don't know that!
Yes, I do.
So what? Majority vote?
It looks like we have that option now. Glad you could make it. We were just discussing
Arguing.
our next plan of action. I believe we should return to Thunderhive.
And I say we should go to Alcatraz, then Concordia. We'll be more accepted there.
Except we won't.
Says you!
You see our dilemma, so it falls to you. What sounds better? Yargwin, please. Even if you manage to get a word out of him, he is in no condition to make decisions. And besides, he'll be better off at Thunderhive anyway. We can take better care of him there. As much as I don't like him, he deserves treatment for what he's been through. He won't want to go back. What makes you think... Oh, is this about... Of course it is.
What are you two talking about?
Kawndra, do you know what the Hercules mission was?
We were trying to find the Pirate King, Forks, right? They were going to bring him back to Thunderhive so he could help keep the community stable, or something like that.
You're half right. Your mission was to find Captain Forks, but it was only to deliver a package.
Seriously? The entire crew has either been captured or killed. Baynor, Lear, Tide, Calamos, and it was all just for some delivery service?
The package was important. More important than anyone here could ever realize.
That's so. Well, we know Forks is dead, so there was no point coming here to begin with.
Yes, I suppose he is.
What was in the package?
I can't tell you that.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me? You know, I know all about your Black Epsilon. How you're all afraid of people like me. We're monsters to you, aren't we? And if we can't get our way, we'll just kill the coward who thinks he is in charge.
I pulled the trigger.
What?
At Ancana. It was Mortalis that gave the order, but it was I who fired the gun. Destroyed your planet. So no, Kawndra, I don't fear you. And now that we've established our bloodied roles in history, tell me something. Would you trust me?
I have to go.
Oh, damn. I let my emotions get the better of me. I suppose it's to be expected. I did that on purpose. Maybe, but don't you think she should be upset with me? I embody what she despises most, the worst of humanity. I need to be hated. It's the only way. Why am I doing this? Because I failed. I failed my captain. I failed my crew, and I failed Lear. I need someone to be upset with me. No, I guess I haven't had the time to grieve. You're right. I'm not infallible. Ever since Lear left for the Odyssey passage, I had this horrible feeling that something terrible was going to happen. I guess I was right. I have an idea. Let's hold a makeshift funeral. It'll give everyone a chance to mourn those we've lost. Might help us to clear our heads a bit for our next move. I'm glad you agree. No. I'll talk to Kawndra. I need to smooth things over with her, especially if we're going to be working together. Don't worry, I can do it. See you soon.
What are you doing? A funeral? Here? But we don't... Okay, fine. Can you, help me get ready? Not exactly presentable right now. Thank you. Paradise.
Good to see you made it. Are, you okay, Yagwin? Right, of course not. Well, let's get started. We are gathered here today to mourn the loss of the crews of both the Hercules and the Macbeth. While they may not have gotten along or even been the best to represent us, it is always sad to see people go. On this day I lost my brother, Lear. He was kind, strong-willed, and loyal. We had a mental connection between us that we used to keep in contact with. I sensed something was wrong when he stopped sending me messages. With my brother connected to me, I had never once felt alone. Now that he's gone, I now know what that feels like. Everything is so quiet without him. I'm scared. And I need help to get through this. I know I've said some very hurtful things to all of you, but right now I need all of you more than ever. It's taken me a long time to realize that. When Lear joined the Flashheart Pirates, he saw something in them that I didn't. And for his sake, I'd like to see what that something is. He would talk about the Flashhearts constantly, who they were, what they liked to talk about and do. He had nothing but good things to say about each and every one of you. Now I'd like to find out what he saw in all of you firsthand. I know we haven't started on the best foot, and not all of you are here, but I hope that you'll see me in a better light someday.
I only knew Lear for a short time. He was bossy and a massive jerk. But I think he was always looking out for me. I never had that before. When I started getting close to some of the crew, including Boehner, I think he knew. He was always stern with me about completing my tasks on the ship. But something tells me he could have been a lot harder on me. And he wasn't. That wasn't the sort of person he was. He wasn't against me having friends. And while I'll never see those friends again, things were nice while they lasted. And I'll always look back and remember how good my life was because of all of them. I'd also like to take a moment to remember Kalamos. I never truly got to know him, but I was really missing out. I'm sorry I never got the chance to become good friends with you, Kalamos. I'm sure everyone trapped in Alcatraz would miss you too.
Thank you, Kawndra. Normally we'd have some flowers called bluebells to give unto a shrine to the fallen, but we don't exactly have...
Kalamos.
Huh?
Before we left Thunderhive, I bought him some flower seeds. I think some were bluebells. They bloomed recently too.
We could, use those. Not like he's gonna need them anymore. I'll go and get them then. But, before I go, Yagwin, is there, anything you want to say? Lear was my best friend. They all were, really, but Lear stood out. He was someone who I pestered a lot, and, while I kind of feel bad about it, I think there was a part of him that enjoyed being bothered. He always looked worried, and I just wanted to see him happy. I just wanted to see him happy. I'm sorry. As for, Calamus, well, he made me happy. I was friends with many of his kind before they were wiped out. When they were, I did everything I could to put life back into Sycorax. It just wasn't the same. I made that place a frequent getaway. I wanted it to serve as a reminder of what we are capable of, what we must never allow to happen again. Fat lot of good that did. Years went by. Lear knew something was wrong, even though I didn't want to worry him about it. And that's when you showed up, with something in this world I never thought I'd see again. An octopoid. Seeing him alive was just... It was a miracle. Something I never thought I'd see again. He was so innocent, and new to the world. I knew from that moment I had to protect him with everything I had. And it was my fault he died. I should have never let him on the Black Sheffield. Never left him alone. The creammongers wouldn't have hurt Calamus. If I had left him on the Hercules, he would still be alive. Now the crew, the whole crew, now they're all gone. I'm sorry, Kawndra. I know you must be thinking about breaking into Alcatraz, but there's no getting in there. I'm sorry, but Baynar is as good as dead. Vale. Lear told me a lot about you. You're stronger than me. That I know for sure. But I think being with Mortalis has made you think that you're a bad person. That you are, or would be, more ruthless and bloodier than he would ever be. But listen, no one knows Mortalis better than me, and believe me, he was weak and he knew it. The only reason he told you all of those things was to keep you second-guessing yourself. Truth be told, Vale, he was afraid of you. He knew full well that you were better than him, and he kept you from realizing that so he could finish his work uninterrupted. I mean, think about it. Do you really think Mortalis would have come to where the Landlighter is of his own accord? You brought him here. He's afraid of Forks. He knows what he's done is wrong. He's afraid to even talk to him. He was afraid to consider coming with me. I don't know how you found the Landlighter, but you did. And it takes some serious guts to be able to tell your captain what to do. Especially him. Look, all I'm saying is, you're the one who should be king of Thunderhive. Not me, not Mortalis, not even Forks. You have the best interests for humanity, and I think there is no one better to represent us. Yagwin, I'm sorry I lost your brother, Vale. I know it'll take a lot more than an apology to forgive me, but maybe once we're back on Thunderhive I can make amends.
Thunderhive? Does that mean...
We're going home. There's nothing left for us to do here.
Captain! What about the rest of the crew?
It's like I said, Alcatraz is impenetrable. Maybe Hey, one day we can break them all up. Are you okay? You don't look so good. Oh, that's not good. Yagwin, What about the mission?
What mission? It's over. Fawkes is dead. Oh, that's right. I guess I should say a few words about Fawkes.
What about the package?
Package? Well, I wouldn't want to open up his mail, even if he is dead. Maybe add it to a shrine or something.
But, Fawkes is alive.
What?
He wasn't on the Landlighter, he never was.
Vale, that isn't funny.
This isn't a joke, Yagwin. He wanted you to believe that he was dead because he thought it would be best for Thunderhive.
Vale, stop. That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do that?
I don't know. Okay, you want proof. Why did Leah know where Fawkes was? Every step of the way he told you that's not where Fawkes is, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I've been in contact with him this whole time, and so has Leah. You were supposed to find the body, and the package was supposed to be dropped off on the Landlighter so he could pick it up later.
This sounds really unlikely.
It does, but there is a way to prove it. You say you're in contact with him, right? Tell me something only he and I would know. Something neither of us have told anyone.
Yang Salter.
What's that? What's Yang Salter?
So, hang on. Let me get this straight here. He was using you and Leah to spy on us. This whole time. 15 years. For 15 years. Why? What's the point? He always had a reason to do things. But why would he do this? Why? Do you know where he is right now?
Yes, but, well, we'll need some more people to get in there.
Oh, that bastard. That absolute bastard. Of course we need more people. He's probably in that asteroid belt surrounding the entry point.
Actually, yes, that's exactly where he is. How did you...
It's only the hardest place to get into. An unstable field of asteroids trapped between dimensions. No one could get in or out of there, except...
Except?
Kawndra, your wish is granted. Set course for Alcatraz.
Captain! You don't mean...
I do. You know, Vale, Fawkes once had this plan to shut down Alcatraz for good from the inside. It was a good plan. Solid plan, even. But it lacked one small thing.
And what would that be?
Someone stupid enough to do it.